Hello, SNA Assassinators. This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the Monday Night Raw review video on March 10th, 2025. And yeah, this is they were live at the Garden of Madison, and that is New York City. This is where we got so many wrestlers that came in the building. The start of it, we got Cody Rhodes, American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes was featured, and he had a very fiery promo, and it kind of sound a little bit non-PG when it using some harsh languages. And also we got what's his name? Bianca Belair. We got Sky. We got what's their names? And even the ones in the main event match, which is what's the CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Steel Cage. They also was keep talking about all the Steel Cage matches in Madison Square Garden ever since the existence of World Wrestling Entertainment, World Federation at the time, when the first half. But anyway, we're going to get into that in just a moment. But this is where we also saw main event Jey Uso came from the crowd in the backstage area, like you normally do. That's where he was wearing some pretty cool orange stripes, which I was very jealous. And I was very jealous of these fans of getting the chance to see the main event Yeet Master. Because they're so lucky. They're so lucky to see guys like them. Because main event Jey Uso knows how to dress. He's like his father, the master of the stink face. Like when it comes to wearing some cool drips. But anyways, we got main event Jey Uso doing the Yeet wave, like just waving around with the crowd. This is where we got This is where we got main event Jey Uso to get a pretty cool handshake to a man that was wearing the pink version of his T-shirt, the Yeet. And then also, before I continue, I would say we got, this was a pretty decent Raw, maybe not like as great as it would normally would be, but nothing to complain about. Especially when it came to the main event, because we got plenty of intriguing actions, and we also got I'll say, especially what we predicted came true in the match in particular. And that's not the only match that we saw. We saw the tag team match between Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee taking on the New Day. And what's the other match we saw, in women's action? Try to remember in particular. Oh, yeah. A women's number one contenders match, which includes $1 Million Bayley and Raquel Rodriguez. But yeah, some of y'all probably say it was kind of predictable, but at the same time, somewhat entertaining. You can't really argue what they do. WWE just knows what to do in a minimum fair wages, I guess you could say. But it's where they showed many celebrities, which I'm gonna start off with them showing first with Andrew Schultz, which he is and he has his very own comedy show on the Netflix streaming platform. But yeah, this is where we got main event Jey Uso was waving some high five hand. That's where then, including him, this is where they started doing the Heat Wave with him, because that's a very catchy hand movement that he does. But it's where, this match against Austin Theory, I'll say probably the second best match of the night, if you ask me, not because it's the opener, but for the fact that they're just continuing to build Jey Uso into this world championship feud. But the outcome, it was very predictable. It was something that was generic what happened last week. What happened, which they need to give a break on. And I'm sorry, WWE, I'm going to have to give this the bad part here. But at the same time, here's where we got A-Town Down Under then get started with Grayson Waller, get things started with the main event Yeet Master, where the fans are chanting Yeet, Yeet, Yeet. And this is where then we got, this is where the main event Jey Uso going for a grapple. This is where Grayson Waller then ends up going for the kneel down, when he's grabbing with him. This is where main event Jey Uso overwhelmed Grayson Waller with him getting the upper hand on him. But that's where the Grayson Waller pushed away. This is where Jey Uso's I won the first round. Imagine what the next round is going to be. Grayson Waller's no, you got one lucky shot. How about this time, which he thought he'd bringing in a good sign because he go for a headbutt. But that's where Grayson Waller gets dipped right to the top corner to the bottom. He hit the shoulder tackle right into main event Jey Uso. This is where we went to the left side. The Yeet Master hits an elbow strike right into his face. This is where Jey Uso's I'm just an easy shot, huh? I've been used to being used to have been known for that for a very long time, like even while still teaming with my twin brother. This is where he body slammed the arrogant Ozzy. This is where he sends him right to the upper right corner side because of it. This is where he hits some big old right hands right into the face. This is where then we got main event Jey Uso and try to go up to Grayson Waller. He trips him right over. This is where it's face. This is where Grayson Waller hits him right hands right into the face. This is where the referee's like, all right, that's enough. Even though you're not in the you're not by the rope, but still, like, if we keep doing it, you're well as champion without giving a break. Like, review is no contest, or you have to stop the match or whatever by DQ, whatever the flub that he needs to do. But it's where we got Grayson Waller throws the main event Jey Uso right into the bottom left side. This is where and he's sending him right there with a damn near lifeless Jey Uso, taking some stomps right into his neck from the Aussie icon. This is where we got Grayson Waller have him right to the bottom right corner side, just and then push him right to the bottom right to the left. You can have the steering wheel, yeah, of course. I'm sorry, like one, it's charging still, and two, like it's gonna be very difficult of picking up right now. But it's where we got main event Jey Uso then sent Grayson Waller right into the bottom corner side, which he went right to the left. But he ends up again suicide dive by the potential future world champion. Let me rephrase that. Oh my gosh! I told you it's charging right now.
No, I'm charging.
I'm so, I don't know why am I doing this. Can you just wait until at least it gets done charging, Trey? See, it's not even fully charged yet. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, Trey, but it's just that it's not time to charge right now. I mean, not the time to play it right now, regardless in the situation.
It doesn't work.
But anyways, Assassinators is where we got Grayson Waller slides right into the left corner side, hits a clothesline right into the right out of nowhere. This is where we got Grayson Waller kneels down. This is where it was like, who's the one that's kneeling down now? Like when he shouted out to main event Jey Uso, which that does not make any sense. And then this is where we got but that's where we got the powerful force in all of pro wrestling. I believe it was the first one of the show. Like that was the commercial break. But once they got done with the adverts, is where we got main event Jey Uso, who still was getting tumbled by Grayson Waller, like which he must be a favorite, like of the Mr. Powerful Force or Mrs. depending on what's the commercial break's gender. But this is where we got Grayson Waller start stomping, pushing him around, saying, "What are you gonna do now?" Yeet man, and like it seemed like the Yeet, the era of Yeet Mania is already over before it even started. This is where Jey Uso must have felt something in his MP meter, like of anger, of him getting tired of being known as just a tag team. This is where he started hitting some right hands, like he's his evil, sadistic final boss cousin. This is where then he sends him right to the right, sends Grayson Waller to the right corner side, hits a Samoan drop. This is where then he hit the much similar signature move that his father used to do in his prime in wrestling. Instead of doing a stink face, it's the running hip attack, which he runs right into the face of Grayson Waller. This is where then we got main event Jey Uso go up in the top rope. Austin Theory try to go up there. This is where Jey Uso like, you better stay out of this, Austin, or else you will be like. Will face the consequences. Like that's the other Austin that he dislikes. Well, in kayfabe, of course. While the one Austin, like, well, he has got a chance to not see him out in the public, I guess you could say. But anyway, this is where we got Jey Uso then going with a super kick right to the face onto Grayson right to the left side. This is where we got what's his name. Jey Uso run to the right corner side, hits a suicide, try to go over suicide, ends up getting stunned right into the middle corner. This is where then Grayson Waller thought this is his moment of hitting the rolling face plant maneuver, similar to a DDT, but he gets denied at 2.8. This is where then Grayson Waller was like, this is where then we got, what's his name? what was it? It was Grayson Waller then ends up trying to go for another move, but still Jey Uso did not take take the 3 count as an answer. Like, so he kicked out at 2.5, like a generic quarterback would call for on the play, but this is where we got uh Grayson Waller try to turn around. Jey Uso go for a discus elbow, but main event Jey Uso ducked and tried to go for a spear on the left side. But somehow Grayson Waller caught him in time, knee him in the face, hits the discus elbow because it wasn't guaranteed. But guess what wasn't guaranteed as well? Like with Jey Uso hitting the super kick right into the left side, he hits what's his name hits Austin Theory with a super kick as well. Like before he did his what's that called maneuver? Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, they look pretty awesome. But anyway, this is where we got main event Jey Uso. Then go, hit a super kick right into the face onto Austin Theory because he tried to distract. He was trying to help Grayson Waller beat Jey Uso. This is where that plan goes backfire. Grayson Waller tried to close on him, but this is where we got Jey Uso was more fired up than ever, right towards the left side. Spears Grayson in the process. 1, 2, 3, and the winner of his match, main event Jey Uso. But before he can even celebrate, he ends up immediately gets attacked by Austin Theory. But somehow Jey Uso was beating both of them at the same time, even though at first it was a 2-on-1 beatdown. But what they sent him right into the left side. This is where Jey Uso flip over Grace Wall. This is where then he spears Austin Theory, if I'm not mistaken, followed up with a Uso splash. But Gunther comes out right from behind him, starts choking him out, putting him to sleep, and just continue to do this, which I know what WWE's leading into, but if Jey Uso don't get the upper hand offense on the Gunther, it's making this build up into the World Championship match pointless and meaningless. Like, I'm not saying that like the matches. I'm saying that the way they're booking it, like with Gunther always keep getting the upper hand every single week and not letting Jey Uso get a turn of getting the upper hand, like the buildings up of making this more confusing and more suspenseful, if that's the right term to put it. Like, I need to make it more like that, like so it could be well emotionally interesting and invested, like which I'll say they're doing a pretty good job with the other world title picture, like with the Johnson and Cody Rhodes feud. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. Do you agree with this Gunther and Jey Uso feud? It's been a little wacky lately. Like that doesn't mean they can change it. Like let's hope that they could do a huge turnaround like in the next 7 days, or else this is going to be completely like what's the point kind of situation. But it's where they showed the little vignette of CM Punk's return, which was the shocker of the year of 2023, which it showed like in the big letters it said hell froze over, which it definitely did like when CM Punk came back. And then they showed fans after signs of CM Punk hoping that he will make a return to Pepsi Punk because it's very iconic Pepsi tattoo on his left shoulder. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's get into the This is where we got main event Jey Uso that was in the back while getting checked in. This is where we got Alpha Academy of all people checked in was checking on him, which I was like, where were y'all at when he was getting jumped by A-Town Down Under? Like I just don't get it. Like some friends that y'all turn out to be, like, and no disrespect to Otis and Akira Tozawa, but if they're trying to be good friends with Jey Uso, like, try to do exactly what Jey Uso did for y'all when y'all were getting attacked by Gunther. Like, y'all need to be good friends, return the favor. Yeah. But anyways, this is where we got Jey Uso. This is where they let them know that they believe in him, and then he did a very great job, like when he was fighting Grayson Waller, which you have to sign that he's definitely going to be winning. Right, but they need to start building towards that. Like if they don't want the fans to know the spoilers, but also want to show that there could be some hope, and they need to start building towards that. Like it's fine that Gunther's keep doing the sleeper holds and Gunther bombs, but they need to start having Jey Uso start stepping in with more offense and it's showing like who could be like with this confusion, like how the way they put things together, But let's move on. We got Logan Paul then came out to start making fun of the New York fans and MSG. That's where we heard his theme music like, "Ayo!" And that's where then we got the YouTuber then and I talk on the microphone. This is where then he was like, yeah, like I know you're respecting somebody else here. Like it was supposed to be like happened to be a guy that claims that he's phenomenal, like with something I already am, which he said in arrogant with an arrogant manner. Is where then he was like, yeah, like well, AJ Styles, like since he's not here tonight, which he thought he was, let's just say that like like the old saying, like the wrestling rule book, like if like on page 1408, like if somebody does not give, I mean, if he mentions somebody too much, and was going to be the case, would be a massive understatement, like if you ask me. But anyways, this is where we got Logan Paul then continue on the post like you called me out some one time, like I thought I beat you with a punch, Asia, because I don't really like I don't really associate with guys like AJ Styles, and then this is where then Logan Paul continues, but he kind of sounds like I totally forgot, like when I mean, hang around guys, like I forget that I am even Logan Paul, and if our fans start booing him loud, like that doesn't even make any sense. First of all, and second of all, why are you poking fun of AJ Styles, even though it's something that some of us fans want? Like this where and that's why to look by. Like, you really think that I won? You really think that a guy like The Rock and John Cena, like names that have transcended from the sports of sports and entertainment to be the exact, like your names of guys like who do anything like that would whoever it would take like that gets to the top. And that's where then Michael Cole made a joke about like if 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 it was the NBA game, like which the New York Knicks play, is what and this is where he starts saying like it's not like the Celtics are here. I'm like, hopefully that's not a shot at somebody that's no longer here, that's from that particular city where the Celtics is resigning at. But anyways, is where we got Logan Paul's like, which will be why? Like, I'm so shocked right now. Like that Cody Rhodes is dumb enough like to reject The Rock's offer that he is giving to him a massive opportunity of a lifetime to be the exact. And then this where he's like, it took exactly John Cena 20 whole years, like 20 years, if not a bit over that, like to realize that nice guys finish last. And yeah, that's how I felt tonight as well. But that's where Logan Paul didn't say, like, I know that's his day one, which I'll say, mm, but, that's where then, but this where he was like, but it's where we got what's the name? These are like now like ask for the Dwayne or the Rock or the final boss, whatever you want to be referred to. Like you got so like I don't want to wait for my opportunity to just like I don't want to wait like I don't want to wait for my opportunities to present myself like when it's like 20 years from now. Like I want to do it now, like here in Madison Square Garden in the middle of this ring, which the fans do not want to see. He's like and he and then while he was calling the fans reggies, like that are watching in front of the crowd when he he's like y'all watching on the attendance or watching on TV, like he's the celebrity, he's the damn talent. Like that's why these celebrities come to these events. Like that's why guys like Andrew Schultz are here. Like I know where he is, and he pointed out right at the like, yeah, Schultz, like I see you right there. It's where Schultz, like, yeah, I see you, like, but you're making a complete goof of yourself, and this is where then Logan Paul must not hear him because he started continue talking. Somebody saying like like you know recognize what's real talent, like you know what real recognized talent is, don't you, Ange? And this is where it's like no, like he's like, yeah, like now, again, this is where he told one of the security guards to give his boy Schultz the mic. He's like, give, like, yeah, like, and he was and like he has something to say up on his podcast. Like, so don't be shy hearing this where he talk, insisting him to say whatever he said, like what he, the reason why he came here. This is where he got back, and got up. This is where he's like, yeah, like, this is where he just paused a bit. This is where. And that's where it's well, the reason why I came out here to MSG tonight is because the reason, like, we all here to see, well, the steel cage match. That's why at least I came out here for. That's what Pat McAfee's like, oh, yeah, he just Like he just totally just schooled him here. This is where he's like, and this is where then he said like I came here to see CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Something sound like this your boy Super Ninja Austin would say, like if he was in attendance at the Madison Square Garden event. Like even though it wasn't the greatest episode, but still would still have been a fun experience, like to go here. But this is where we, this is where the vote. That's where the Logan Paul's like, well, he actually came to see you. This is where he's like, that's where Andrew Schultz was like, well, like if I'm seeing anybody, it's definitely not you. And this is where then he like, it, here's what Logan Paul was like, but I know like you probably don't want to see me, but I want to just be just in the curious perspective, like who did you came here to see you? And this way, yeah, like no, like let me clear myself. Like I'm not the one that wanted to see. It's not me that I don't want to see. Like it's everybody else don't want to see you here. And it's like this is not Cleveland, Ohio, buddy. This is New York City, which he made a very factual statement right here, which I cannot argue with this guy. Like and yeah, like and this was pretty funny. Like which I see why he has his own podcast. I see why he has his own show on Netflix, which is a comedy one. Like and yeah, for that, I'm giving him the golden trophy of the Goofy Wrestling of the Night award, even though he's not a wrestler, but he's a wrestling fan that put a now wrestler that's also a YouTuber in his place. Which the fans were cheering him like if he's the top babyface in the company. This is where it's like, this is the real city. And he's like, and this is where we look around the arena. He's like, it's the real arena, and we were like real wrestlers here. This is where Logan Paul like, oh, that's sure. This is where Logan Paul like, I know what I want to see here. Like, I want to see AJ Styles. That's what I actually want to see here tonight, besides Punk and Rollins. That's where Logan Paul starts smiling. Yeah, that's what you see. This is where he starts sarcastically smiling until he hip tossed him right over the barricade out of the audience, throws him right back in the ring. This is where it looked like he was about to hit him with any of his maneuvers. Maybe the one that the Latino Heat made famous with the Three Amigos, which I'll say with all due respect, Logan, like there's one other particular wrestler that does it more better like than you and Dirty Dom and even Liv Morgan could do combined. But that's where luckily AJ Styles then came out. This is where then he ran out and stormed right into the ring. This is where we got him hits leg strikes, swipes, and into back elbows and discus clotheslines. Then we got Andrew Schultz joining the fun, like with him saying, like, come on, AJ. This is where then he's still leaning back, getting the front, a very phenomenal front row. And this is where AJ Styles hit the phenomenal forearm right onto Logan Paul, knocking him out. This is where AJ Styles, yeah, and that's how I get it done. And this is the other house that AJ Styles, but with him doing the quick handshake / high five onto Mr. Andrew Schultz. This is where then Logan Paul, my jaw, which he must have hit him hard with his devastating forearm strike right into this is where AJ Styles grab a microphone from the security or the cameraman, wherever. This is where fans start chanting his name around Madison Square Garden, say AJ Styles, AJ Styles, and this is where AJ Styles is like Logan, I'm not done with you. He's like, come on, like he's like, come on, like Logan. And this is where he's like you, and you. And this was like, you don't run, like you don't also run for opportunities. He's and this way the kid, like, oh, and he's like, fine, like you can walk your sorry ass into the back, like if all I care, right? Well, we're going to go. Let's want to go and set the balls and get back in this ring. And this way, like, come on, like you're not gonna turn down this fight in New York City, like the Big Apple, huh? And this is where the Logan Paul was not answering his questions. Where it's keep still slowly walking up right up onto the stage. Where he's like, as for you. This was like, and Andrew, this is New York City, which I'm raising the hand of the actor / comedian. This is where then we got. And then he raised his hands like, yeah! And then this is where then they gave and this is where they embraced right into that ring. This is where Logan Paul starts shaking his head. He's like, this is very humiliating. This is where this is where Schultz and Styles was having a standing ovation of a lifetime. This is where we got but it's where we got a vignette of how Rhea Ripley got the women's championship match in the first place because Rhea Ripley accidentally cost like Rio Sky a shot challenging her at WrestleMania, but it turned to a blessing in disguise. But this is where they kind of teased that Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair could fight for the fight for the women's world championship at outer night, but once they saw Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair was going at it, like with them going shoving each other, that's what Rhea Ripley's like. I'll see you at WrestleMania, Bianca, when she was about to hit the Avalanche Riptide, only for Io Sky to hurricane run out of it, hits the over the Genius Moonsault for the 1-2-3 to remain her undefeated streak against what's her name, Rhea Ripley. And it's going to show that we're going to do an in-ring interview with Io and Bianca Belair, which but yeah, but it seems like it's going to be Io Sky and Bianca Belair, like which then the bad thing is like they didn't show any kind of teasers that Rhea Ripley could also be could also be added to the match, other than Michael Cole pointing out the logic into the differences that the Eradicator and the EST had, which we're going to get into in just a moment. But let's move on to but this is where we got the powerful force and all the pro wrestling came over to which is the powerful which is the commercial break, but once they got back on here, they really start showing. This is where they show the place where the Hall of Fame ceremony is going to be located, which is going to be at the what they call the Blue Live Theater, if I'm mistaken, 9 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. 12 p.m. midnight Eastern, and then Central's like about 11. Yeah. But yeah, I talked about this on my SNA podcast earlier. So yeah, so yeah, I was probably fully aware, like once, even though they were showing this, but this is where we got. This is where we got the coach on the UFC brand. Like there was in attendance. It was Freddie Roach, if I'm mistaken. This is where we got an Irish boxer named King Colin Walsh, where they said that he will compete in Madison Square Garden in an MMA fight against a very particular Scottish fighter. But that's probably a different story for a different day. But this is where we got. Bruno Sammartino. It's why Bruno Sammartino like sold out in the arena, like in the arena of Madison Square Garden in 1975, which was 50 years ago. This is where they showed, that's was probably the first ever steel cage wrestling match in the MSG building since the existence of WWE, because it was the first one that they shown, like from old to new. But they really started showing some little vignettes of CM Punk and Seth Rollins as well. But before we get into that, is where we got. But this is where we already got the New Day already out in the ring, like since before the commercial break. This is where we got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Then I know Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio didn't waste no time to the New Day members, put them into their corners right to the bottom right side and the upper the bottom right side and the upper left side diagonally. This is where they hit running Bulldogs in after hitting the right hand to the face. This is where we got. But this is where we got Rey Mysterio to continue his beating onto Xavier Woods, or hit some slaps right into his back, forward and back, and then bounce Xavier Woods face first right onto. But this is where we got Rey Mysterio. This is where we got Rey Mysterio throws Xavier Woods face first right on the rear of the ring post. This is where we got. This is where we got. This is where the New Day thought they had the upper hand, like taking out the LW. But that's where we got the LWO trying to come back and do a double team onto what was the Xavier Woods. This is where then he said like this one. Excuse me, but that's where we got Kofi Kingston came and saved today. And that's where the New Day was standing up tall. That's where we got the most fan favorite weapon in all of pro wrestling. They finished what the LWO started like, which was a right to the bottom. This is where they were at the bottom corner of the ringside area. This is where we got Rey Mysterio started jabbing Xavier Woods with right hands with the right hand. This is where we got. But this is where we got Rey Mysterio and then a pretty impressive leg drop right onto Kofi Kingston, right into the bottom right corner side. This is where it is. This is where we got Rey Mysterio that throws Xavier Woods right back in the ring. This is where we got. This is where we got somehow the LWO 2 members got back up easily. This is where they set up the table. This is where we got Dragon Lee going for some kind of an electric chair maneuver. Going for anyone. This is where we got Xavier Woods and ends up got back on his feet, throws with the Dragon Lee right to the left side, then chased after Mysterio. This is where he found his partner Kofi, which he. And this is where I'm sorry, Seth. This is where Dragon Lee tried to dive on the New Day member. This is where it ended up getting double power bomb by the former multi-time tag team champion, right straight up in the steel concrete floor. This is where we got powerful force and all of pro wrestling came on, which was commercial break. What they got done with the adverts. This is where we got the LWO was being on top. This is where we got. This is where we got. This is where Xavier Woods and go for one of the Bulldogs. So I forgot this was a tornado tag match. I'm like, why is Xavier Woods is in the ring? Like if he's the legal man and whoever's not doing nothing about it, that's because. Well, this is where we got. This is Rey Mysterio hit the Fox West. Only it was. But this is where we got. Who was it that did a double stomp right onto him after Dragon Lee did it to Xavier? Kofi Kingston did. This is where we got. This is where we got Rey Mysterio finally hit the 619, which I assume was guaranteed. This would go right in the top rope and then right goes hit the frog splash, which is finisher until Kofi counters with the knees up. This way, then he tried to pin them right up into to a female. That's where we got Dragon Lee and got Kofi Kingston right exactly where he wanted him. This is where he hit the cannonball right onto onto I think Dragon Lee is where he gets immediately intercepted by this guy in the mask, which you'd expect that it could be a man that it could be a man that could that's where we got this mass assailant that start attacking Rey Mysterio. Then hit him with a long-term German suplex, which like when he said his iconic catchphrase, I would assume that it could be the the master himself, which is Chad Gable. That's where he say like, thank you. And that's where then Michael Cole like, hey, come on, anybody, like, get that mask wearing right out of here, which I totally agree on. Here's where we got finally the security guards came out here very soon, which yeah, in general the security guards are the worst. Uh, the worst, like when it comes to breaking up brawls and wrestling fights. But here's where we got. But here's where we got everybody backstage was assuming that that was Chad Gable, which he denies, which I'm gonna get into in just a moment. But here's where we got what happened next was we got Kofi Kingston and David Woods then get right back up. With Kofi helping out, Woods up. That's where he goes for a sidewalk breaker. While Xavier Woods kick out at 2 point. But here's where we got. But once the New Day hit their new finisher that they've been doing for a while now, other than the Midnight Hour, like this is where they got the 1, 2, 3 out of this. 1, 2, 3, and winner of this match, but this is where we got the pinfall 1, 2, 3 New Day winners, which this was the plan of them making the New Day more hated than ever. They're doing a successful job. But this is where we got. But this is where we got Finn. But this is where we got Finn Balor. Then I was talking to somebody that we can't see in the camera. This is where they start talking about Braun Breaker's running the wrong way. Like and he suplexed them, and Sam and he speared him. Like whoever he's like, man, have you listened? Which was Carlito, like with all people who he's betting the. Guess who it? This is where we got. Raquel even gave him an apple. This is where Finn Balor was looking serious and angry. And he was and this is where then he's like, oh, you saying is like, yeah, like, you gotta step up like on your own for once, This is where Raquel then but Liv Morgan's like, I can worry about you all night long if I want, but I'm gonna save it for my fellow women's wrestler and tag team partner Raquel, and Starter Journey is the women's Intercontinental champion. And he's like, that is Raquel. He's like, if we could give a shout out to Lyra after stuff. This is where he's like, is that cool, Carl's? And this is where Carlito's like, yeah, that's absolutely cool. And this is where she did fist bump me. And this is where the Dirty Dom's like this is where then he was affirmed that. That's where we got. Finn Balor's like, let me know, you guys have a match. It's where you got a match that's like a bootleg bird. This is where he's like, this is but he's like, that's not all, like, because I got you a match next week, like a Braun Breaker, was it? But that's where the Dirty Diamond let Finn Balor know. He's like, I got you match for next week's Raw, like for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what we stated. So he's like, that's where they. But Finn Balor didn't have nothing else to say. This is where he's like, I guess I'll talk to Pierce now and make this official. This is where we got the more, start doing a more closer, intimate hug with the Dirty Doms. But that's where we got Cody Rhodes came out because he got a lot to say about what happened in the last week. Like, I kind of use that more often, but it's the facts. So, yeah, keep it like it is. Give me for a moment. All right, assassinators, I'm back here. We also got some got a couple other celebrities that was at Monday Night Raw and MSG. We got like the Fabulous and Macaulay Culkin and a couple other. Then we got Cody Rhodes came out like they do the American Nightmare. Yeah, did basically what he did past Friday, but it was like a mix up from who he was back at the Elimination Chamber. This is what we got. Here we got. Yeah, it really has been a long day, even for me too. And what you, curious if I may ask, what you did today? Was that dinner now? Good. I'm about to be doing the same very soon. But this really got. Here Cody Rhodes like, so NYC, New York City. What do you guys want to talk about? This where cheer for him. We're like, about why I'm here. Like, because, like, look at it's like, we're talking about why I'm not here. Like, I was supposed to be hurt. And that's where even Pat McAfee admitted that he's like, you'll never see him on the show ever again. Like, maybe for the logical fact that both Toto and on SmackDown and also he was jumped by the final boss, Cody John Cena and Travis Scott. I would tell you what we continue. It's the home. Anyway, for Madison Square Garden, New York is the home base of WWE and the home. It's the centerpiece of the WWE universe. And other compliment and high praise. You're like, I want to talk about my opponent John Cena. This is where fans are booing him. Like, if he still was the Cena that everybody did not ask for. This is where you're like, yes, I know that will definitely be at WrestleMania. Like, but the sad thing is, like, he's not here tonight, which the fans are booing their lives because they expect that to be the case. Henry Cody Rhodes apparently, like he tore his inner circle, like with Travis Scott and the final boss himself, The Rock. And you should have heard them when he said Travis Scott, they started booing the loudest, even when he mentioned, when he mentioned The Rock. That's where yeah, he definitely had some heat in wrestling, like not just backstage, but also outside of it, like with the fans, and even Bubba Ray Dudley said, like he better hope that he does not get him before Cody does, like when he cashed in his receipts on him. But that's very, yeah. But I would say, like I said, I would hate to be Travis Scott this time. And Cody Rhodes is like, now he said he's not gonna be here, like, but he said he will be in Brussels, Belgium, Belgium, like when we go to Germany, was it? That's where then he's like, but I don't know if I like that. Like that is the same John Cena that won the United States title. Like, I don't know, feel like when he defend the United States champion, winning it here, and the same time that came back from his pectoral muscle, like out, which it was ripped right off the bone, like 14 years before mine ever did, and I've ever when way before I've experienced it. When which was my first Royal Rumble, by the way, like, and he came back from that very unfortunate injury and won the whole thing, just like I did 15 years later. 14 years? No, it was 15 years later, like with the 2022 and 2007, and then 2008, he came back and he won the Royal Rumble, just how Cody Rhodes did. But it's like, yeah, he did exactly at MSG, which he pointed out that Cena did back from years ago. And then Cody Rhodes was like, and that's what Cody Rhodes said, like, and that was an easy decision. This was like, it's also an easy decision to swing at somebody after you kicked them right in the nuts, and you turn your back onto them after hugging them. And this is where it was like, and he's like, and then like, and I thought, like, as for him being a legend, he's just called shot. Like, he's like. And it is where it's like, I respect him to have a part-time schedule due to him being in Hollywood and whatnot. He's like, and I guess And he was like apparently like part time is better than most people that are full time here in the company. But what I do begrudge like about Johnson is the day after the Elimination Chamber, Johnson going over to social media like to just simply before he can even chant this, but before I could even mention it, this is where fans start chanting their loudest chant of "Let's go Cena, Cena, Cena sucks." That's where the Cody Rhodes like keep on doing it, say it louder, like until like I bet John Cena's at home watching this, and he's being very. He must be knowing that he's did something that's horrible. That's where the Cody Rhodes could do. Like that's what he was like yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took the social media to his ex account. Like have the discipline to do what needs to be done, even if you don't feel like it. Like what? Like what needs to be done? Like like he was but and this is where I start comparing the situation of getting challenged by like a school teacher or sports coach, like whether if you're doing some school sports or professional or whatever the sort is. Like this is where you start acting like you have that teacher that you want to challenge you, or that mentor that accepted the lesson, even though they almost spiteful and jury. And then I get that. I go to the coach that stand right in the middle, like that. Seen you in the midst of your fight, like in the midst of the game, and they're still calling the players for you. Like at a certain point, you had to look over and you got to say John Cena. And this word that he called John Cena a goddamn moron. Like that's what he said to John Cena right in front of the camera. And yeah, that's exactly his words to say. It sounds similar to when he told The Rock to go blank himself, which I'm not gonna get into more details on that. But this is where we got fans to start cheering because he really is a moron for soul to soul to The Rock. That's why the Cody was like, "You think you're doing this for best for me? Like I know about, and I mean nobody. Like like I haven't seen nobody do anything for business, like no, do anything for this business than John Cena's ever had. And that's where he's like there's only 17,000 people here tonight, and then this is where then fans start cheering, like, yeah, tell it, Code. And then the Code was like, I think we all know what's best for business, like is perhaps like that the business has changed. And it was like it's always tacky to go to tell to text that but here's a stat that they'll never ever be like that. Everybody's man delusional, like man, it's fantasy, and like and that is 17. Like, and that's where. And that's why I was like, gee, I wonder if he's talking about his record-breaking reign with the WWE title, or that infamous like angle with Stone Cold Steve Austin, like and just joining forces with his arch rival, the guy that used to run this company in particular, which I'm not gonna get to right now. But yeah, but either way, it sounds very interesting. But it's always like, but we all know Cody Rhodes is talking about 17, like which is John Cena's title run. But I say like that's definitely not gonna be happening. He's not gonna break Ric Flair's record. And but it is what it's like. But if it does happen, like I'll get the heartbreaking privilege of being what my dream will be is to beat my hero, my inspiration, like of reaching his record-breaking accomplishments that he dreams on. Then we're gonna find out whether the rest of you already know like what I'm gonna be doing. And this is where the Cody Rhodes could like he gonna find out in real time. And John, like I'm the captain now, which he said like in very confidential and clarified words, like saying like he's no longer the sheriff. That's his duties now. Like since he's been gone with Hollywood, he's been being the new Cena, which that's what it basically was. But in the way fans like would want to see John Cena in the first place, with them to decide when he should be the guy that WWE should push. But anyways, it's where Cody Rhodes like God bless you guys and good night. Like and drop the microphone while making it do like a 360, like or maybe a 180, like until leaving. And And like, what are your thoughts on Cody's fiery promo continuing on to John Cena? And do you think this is going to lead him to a path of success and maybe even actually defeating the 16-time WWE World Champion and prevent him from making it to 17th? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But next up, we got a certain tight end from San Francisco, like his girlfriend, like that's from San Jose, was in action next, like for a shot at the women's mid card belt, which we all know is the Intercontinental Championship, against one half of the women's tag team champions and the second female member of the Judgment Day, which is Raquel Rodriguez. This is where they showed like everybody else in attendance, like with Amanda Serrano, like of Katie Taylor versus on Netflix, which will be at MSG, which I believe is gonna be like a boxing fight, if I'm mistaken. But this is where we see a face-to-face confrontation segment at the show that will be in Brussels, Belgium, if I'm mistaken. That's what they said. But this is where we got the But this is where we got the match started, which I'll say, gotta admit, like these women, like these are two underrated women, like that should continue to be like, yeah, like taking this whole women's opportunity and women's rights of wrestling like to the next level. Like this is where we got things started with the role model and the Big Mama Cool, like by going for a grapple. This is where we got what's his name? Uh, then we got what's her name, Raquel, to puts what's her name, Bailey, right into the upper left corner side. Then plays it right to the corner where referee like, all right, 1, 2, Jessica, in which Jessica Carr was the one calling the action. This is where Bailey got her face pushed by the former NXT Women's Championship. This is where she goes for a waist slide. This is where she turned into a wrist lock. This is where then Bailey tried to flip right out of it, but ends up getting slammed back first right into the tape. That's where Bailey will not stop pointing at her, saying like, "Now this is what you call a force to be reckoned with, or like call like 200 pounds of dedication." This is where Bailey did flip right out of a spear or counter intercept out of a spear that Raquel tried to attempt to do. This is where This is where Raquel tried to spear off off the apron on the right corner side, but gets. He gets hit right, but she ends up getting hit right in the head, and this is where she nearly gets a jawbreaker on the outside. But this is where Raquel move out of the way by swipe kicking her right into the gut. This is where she throws the possible women's wrestler that's worth $1 million, at least in this tight end from Stanford's eyes. This is where once she got in the ring, this is where Bailey started hitting some right hands to the back onto Raquel. This is where Bailey went to the left side, hit the shoulder tackle. This is where we got Raquel was like, all right, man, like, can you prove that you can get out of my control? This where I bet she probably asked like, "Where's your best friend?" And that you won the women's tag team champion, be the first ever women's tag in this modern day. Where she went, like, oh, that's right. I think I saw her last night. Yeah, like Raquel, like if she did so, like she was very lucky. Like, unfortunately not like Super Ninja Austin. But anyway, this is where we got Raquel and Irish whip Bailey right into the upper right corner. I go for a splash. Bailey gets a drop kick right in her face. Gets the springboard right in the upper right corner side, and the ropes is where she goes for an arm drag, where Bailey hits a back elbow. Bailey then tries to spear Raquel, but this is where Raquel stops her. This is where she starts spinning her around, like if she's I'll say like if she was like an older toddler, I guess you could say, if there's such thing as one. But that's where she slammed her face first on the ground, like if the merry-go-round ride just went off on its own. This is where she hits a fallaway slam to follow that up with. This is where Raquel to try to go for that spinning diving corkscrew maneuver right to the upper right corner side until Bailey hits her face first right into the top turnbuckle. Bailey then starts hitting some forearm strikes right into the face. This is where we got Bailey then going for the knee right into the face. This is where we got Bailey went right to the bottom left corner side. Bailey did go for a Bronco Buster, which something I never thought that the role model would have done. Like it just seems like a move that kind of does not seem like if it's a perfect fit. But here's where Raquel then rolled right to the right corner side. Bailey then hits a big elbow drop right onto the former NXT Women's Champion. This is where Raquel was like, "Come on!" I mean, here's where Liv was like, "Raquel, like, don't let her get away with this." This is where Liv Morgan was like, "You're not gonna be in the offense side for long. Like, you're gonna be being squashed by my bodyguard Raquel very soon." This is where the powerful forces all of pro wrestling came on. This which the commercial break, of course. And this way, like it was like exactly how Liv predicted because it was a powerful force. It was the opposite when Raquel was on top, but once she was right to the right corner side, she ends up getting hit with a jawbreaker by the role model. Just she went right into the left side. Bailey then hits her with a running knee right into the face. This is where we got. This is where Bailey then went right up in the middle ropes and upper right corner side, trying to hit her with a flying jawbreaker like maneuver, like or call a cutter, I should say, a flying cutter. This is where we got Bailey then try to go pick up Raquel, but she ends up getting pushed by the legs of Raquel. This is where she runs right into the kick out 2.7, if I'm mistaken. But that's where we got Bailey to try to go for a back suplex, which is like the spinning sideways maneuver. But Raquel to start elbowing her. This is where we got Raquel then. But that's where we got Raquel Rodriguez then thought then fallaway slammed her again. This is where we got Bailey then flip out of a suplex from Raquel. This is where she's trying to go for a wheelbarrow. But Raquel kicks out center right to the bottom corner. Bailey then hit a knee strike right into the side of her head on the right side. Bailey then right side right towards the mouth. That's been said by. But that's where we got. Rather than Bailey then pulled like her version of a Macho Man Randy Savage, but you could call her a Macho Woman after hitting a big diving elbow right to the upper right corner. You would have thought that would be it. Even when Pat McAfee did a very cool line by saying the very iconic catchphrase of the Macho Man, and that is, "Oh yeah." Anyway, this is where we got. This is where Raquel Rodriguez then somehow got back in the offense side, trying to snake eye Bailey right into the bottom left side, but ends up getting pushed instead by face first. Is where we got Bailey then run right to the right corner side. This is where we got Raquel go for a call. This is where we try to go for. Oh no, this is where we got her going for a sleeper, but this is where somehow Bailey got out of it, bring her to the ground. But this is where we got a 2.3 count. This is where we got the role model then then try to go for a rose plant if I'm mistaken, right onto Raquel. This is where you got what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez left arm right onto between her legs. This is where what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez had to readjust him because because this is a disqualification match where Bailey did like, oh well, like this is where we got Bailey trying to go for a springboard drop kick onto Raquel Rodriguez move out of the way. This is where we got Raquel in a big forearm strike. This is where we got her try to go for a snake eyes right into the ring post. Ends up getting backfired again. She must have been double cursed, even though like the last time they kind of out of a snake eyes, it was yeah, perfect, I guess you could say. But that's where we got. But that's where we got. What's her name? Raquel Rodriguez. Then trying to give up, but she was struggling. She was almost getting counted out at the count of 10, which the referee was not at the count of 9, but Dirty Dom had to act real quick, which was distracted to the referee of telling her not to count to 10, which he begged, pleaded, and cried. Maybe even gave him a bribery of being with him, but this is where Jessica Carr's like, I'm already taken. Like, no, thank you, even if I wasn't. This is where then we got What's her name? More than distracted Bailey by grabbing onto her legs on the left side. This is where she pushed her right off. This is where Raquel, this is what she's trying to collect Raquel. Raquel hit her with a belly to belly suplex, which you can say kind of talk about insult to injury. This is where we got Bailey tried to get up. This is where she was having trouble, which referee was counting 7. Bailey somehow flipped right up. Then finally got into the ring at the count of 9 even. This is where we got Raquel Rodriguez devastating her with a lariat along with a what they call the Valhalla Bomb 1, 2, 3. Winner of his match, Raquel Rodriguez. And yeah. But yeah, this is where and I'm gonna give it like about probably the fairly big congratulations because given the fact that it was a well interesting match, like even though it's not like nothing main event worthy, but it don't matter. Like when it comes to the women's division is elevated for the better, and the only problem I had was they did not have Roxanne Perez. Nowhere to be seen. Let's hope that will be the case anytime after this the week when they're in Madison Square Garden. Yes, ma'am. I'll take the dinner. Thank you, Mama Kinsey. That was perfectly delicious. Oh, you're 4? Oh, I got it. Okay. Thank you so much. But anyway, the Senators. But anyway, this is what we got. Raquel then got celebrated with one half of the women's tag team championship. Welcome up to the grab. This is where we got. But yeah, like I said, too bad Roxanne Perez wasn't there. Well, maybe because she's kind of in a temporary feud with Jordan Grace on NXT, or maybe once she finished up with that, we'll probably see her on the main roster getting the build up through WrestleMania 41. And maybe this is where we can finally see the secret status of Bailey, like on what her personal life is like, kind of like, I guess you could say, at the event when it's been confessed after the match. But anyway, we got Kathy Kelly then interviewed Chad Gable on the guy who attacked the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. This is where Chad Gable was like, yeah, that was like ridiculous, right? Like we're denying and pretending at first we pretended that it was a fan and thinking that it had nothing to do with him. This is where Kathy Kelly's like, no, like that was you, like in this very particular jumpsuit, and we wearing a luchador mat. Is where Chad Gable's like, this is where Kathy Kelly even pointed out that he said you want to learn the dark arts of or black arts of lucha libre, and like I was not more than a coincidence that like you learning from a very legendary luchador. So was that not you? And this is where the Chad Gable like, no, that is not me. Like I think that was very ridiculous that a fan would attack him. Like I said, that's what he's like tonight. He's like, which was a great match, by the way. Like it's like. And this is where then what's her name? Kathy Keller just said like, okay, like if you're telling me that a guy that's wearing like exact same clothes as you and wearing a mask, wearing a luchador mask was not you. Where it's like, look, yeah, it's very obvious that these security guards are idiots right here, or otherwise, putting their hands on him. And we're escorting him out as soon as he jump over the barricade. And this is where they finally they finally did so, but this is where like it was the guy in the match at the security guard. And Chad Gable was like I said, like and they're also pathetic, not to mention. Oh yeah, absolutely. had some little vegetable, rice, mashed potatoes, and some meatloaf. But anyway, we got this guy that jumped up as a luchador. And I guess helping out Chad Gable, but there again, how we know if it isn't him, like that actually did it? Like it may look like he has an alibi, like with him not coming out there, but he think that was very terrible. But how do we know if it wasn't him? That's my question here. How do we know we could believe Tiger? But one way to find out probably she was going to follow up from this very confusing mystery situation. Like if Chad Gable really is hiding behind that, or there's a guy that's helping out Chad Gable taking out the luchadors that I've been having issues with, including Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below what your on the hot take on that matter. But that's where we got the Powerful Force and All Pro Wrestling came back on before got a face-to-face interview, kind of in-ring segment. And Michael Cole, like, interviewing Dr. Io Scott and Bianca Belair. Two of the biggest, the two competitors against each other. In the next 6 weeks, right? But this is where we got but we're so I know they saw William Jackson Harper, like the necklace actor from the Man in the Full Place with it. And also Chris Diaz as well, not to mention. Like, I'm like, man, like, what is up with all these Netflix actors and actresses like are huge fans of WWE and attend these shows? But yeah, this is where we get the women's segment interview. This is where we got this is where we got Michael Cole starting top with Bianca Belair. Oh, this is where since she welcomed the New York fan. Michael Cole, you know, that he said like, yeah, you have everything work out for you. This is where then he presented the. I'm gonna get it after the champ was in the ring, right, and presenting her. This is where they start asking questions about Bianca Belair, like about some potential intensity. This is where like I have to ask you this quick. You were sitting right there, like last week with me and Pat, like while watching Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, with him asking like well, what do you feel that makes you say like do you feel like if we weren't involved like in watching this in ringside, like would it be likely the chances that Rhea Ripley would have remained as women's world champion on the road to WrestleMania, like getting ready to face you? This is where not Belair kind of night. It's like by saying that she was not the reason why that Ripley lost and doing the interference, like it says Ripley would stop, keep her eyes on her or whatever. Excuse me for a moment. Like, now that turned out what it turned out to be honest. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's where Bianca. That's where the Rhea. This is where Bianca Belair's like, oh well, like I apologize for disrespecting her, but I'll be damned. Like if she put her hands on me, like you think I'm about to do nothing about? Like yeah, you don't know that because you don't know me at all. Like that's one thing she don't. Is that, but now I'm gonna worry about my about WrestleMania. Well, this is where right after that Rhea Ripley was mentioned, this is where she immediately came to the ring. This is where Rhea Ripley, like they got. That's where they teased that Ripley could be added to the match. Without capacity. This is where we got. And I hope I didn't say like Rhea Ripley wasn't there tonight. Like got it confused with somebody. This was Rhea Ripley. And that's where that's where Rhea Ripley's like if it like this is where she did ask her a very interesting question, saying like if it wasn't like if the reason for her not coming out there was not like they intervened with EO, like what was their point of coming out? This is where Bianca Belair and like that's not the reason. Like I'm right here she was my opponent. This is where Rhea was like, I don't need your excuses. Like what could have happened? Like and then that was your actual intentions, like to help EO out, to make it easy, right? Because you have a fear of you cannot beat me. But they're questioning that, like point out that she had to take the coward's way out to help out EO, and like and not worry about getting squashed by someone like Rhea. Just where them Rhea to continue like you had absolutely no reason like for you to be out here, B. And this way, like maybe you should have let me. And here's where then Rhea Ripley then went a bit too far by talking about her personal drama with Naomi and Jay Cargill by saying like, how about you switch sides? Like, how about you let me take things take care of business with EO at Mania while you take care of your own little issues with your the friend Jaden and Nay. And then that's where then Bianca did not take that as a very light insult. Like this is where then she responded back saying like really like with her showing her the serious side. Dude, like you really want to bring that up when I have all this going on, like Rhea, and this was like you went too far. And I was like, yeah, she definitely did because like it's one thing like talking about she's a coward and she make excuses, but maybe not a good idea to start provoking her and adding this drama what you have between Naomi and Jay Cargill. But it'll be honest, like, let me be real. Like, you're not mad that I didn't cry for you. You're mad because I cried for Io. Like, that sounds very crazy to you with her going sideways with her. It's like, really? Like, yeah, like that's what, like, and this would be. And this is where Bianca was like, "Oh, you're just mad because you couldn't beat EO and you couldn't be doing that. Like since y'all were in NXT, and you're just blaming me." And this is where then EO got and come in and try to be the peacemaker. But this is where this is where she got pushed right in her face. This is Rhea Ripley like, and this is where it's yeah, like you're hiding behind EO, just like you just hide behind Naomi, and you hid behind Jade. And this is what Bianca's like, and that's where Bianca Belair then responded back to well, like I'm not hiding behind anybody now. Like, how about let's talk about it right here, right now? And that's what they're about. And that's where Bianca Belair did the same what Rhea did to EO by pushing her in the face. Is where Sky looked very heated after they pushed him. This was I tried to do it the nice way, and that's it. And I was like, like sometimes you got to be harsh. Like, and I totally agree. Like with the statement, like we try to do something nice, like then everybody will push you away. Then you have to show them like that you're not a punching bag or a pushover, like or you being the nice guy. But here's where the Io Sky let them know that by slapping Rhea, then eventually Bianca Belair by this. This is where fans are cheering for the genius of the Sky. She's like, stop acting like children, and I cannot stand you disrespecting me by pushing me behind my face. Like, and I was like, yeah, she has a point. Like, even though I have not been a fan of hers, but she did have a point. Like, maybe that was unnecessary for them pushing her right in her face like they were doing. And that's where then Michael Cole even pointed out that Io Sky did not want to be an afterthought, which she shouldn't be because she's the champion. Like, which I'll say that's I gotta hand that for Io. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Io. Just saying, like because it is realistically, logically speaking, like this is not how you treat a champion, like and not to expect that you're gonna face any type of consequences in any shape or form. But let me but what are your thoughts on to this? But what are your thoughts onto the segment? Do you think that this is gonna lead into a triple threat, or what's your opinion? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And if so, who do you think is gonna walk out of this three-way at the Showcase of the Immortals as your women's world champion in the Sin City? Let me know down in the comments. But this is where we got matches already been set for like what's his name? Ludwig Kaiser taking on Penta, and then we got Intercontinental Championship match between what's his name, Braun Breaker and Finn Balor, which I think is going to lead up into like a showdown between Breaker and Sheamus in a rematch, something similar to like Jey Uso and Gunther situation, like where they fought at that same night, Saturday night's main event, like, and Sheamus did not win, like just like Jey Uso, like, and they're still trying to find a way to go their paths and finish their stories, like, and now like in the same weekend they finally will do so at the show of shows. But anyways, this is where we got the main event was about to come up next, and man, this was the most exciting. Probably the most exciting match of the night, which I was which I was very getting into, and yeah, and this it is where like my predictions were probably mostly correct, like when it came to the finish and then the ending, like on how Raw's gonna end, but. Yeah, this is where we got the match started with both men, the chick magnet and the visionary. Didn't not waste no time just to throw fist on fist at each other, like if it's like if they're in another brawl, like they've been for the last couple of weeks. But it's what also showed Stephanie Vaquer and Obafemi, the men's and women's NXT champion, and the women's North American champion, Stephanie Vaquer, because they have their respective matches, which is going to be tomorrow at the Roadblock edition of NXT, which I'm going to talk more about after I get done with this review video. But this is where we got the match started, like with Seth Rollins started throwing Punk right into the cage. But we're seeing Punk, punch him right in the midsection and stop him and holding his face from getting hit like with his foot right onto the top corner. Then we start throwing fists until Seth Rollins going for right hands and start just knocking him out. This is where he ripped the shirt off in the knife edge chop, like if he just wrestled for a company that CM Punk used to wrestle for, like which he's probably basically banned from. But anyways. Here's where then he got going back with an elbow strike right to his face. This where Seth Rollins, he asked for it. That's where he hit a big old right hand on the Punk. But Punk went right back in the right hand, right back in because he said like wherever you throw my way, like whether if it's words or swinging, like I'm gonna do it right back at you, and it's gonna be 2 to 10 times harder than what you hit me. This was basically the case right here until Seth Rollins like, no, like I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna beat you like 20 times more harder. This is where they start raising their meters high to see who's gonna be fighting. But that's where the Michael Cole like point out that they're beating the simple hell out of each other. This is where then CM Punk drag over roundhouse kick. Seth Rollins ducks. This is where Seth Rollins start hitting some right hands onto the chick magnet. This is where CM Punk start fighting back, start hitting some right hands. This is where then it's where they start fighting, like if it's boxing or hockey, like rather than wrestling. This is where then CM Punk rolls sent Punk right to the left side. This is where he tried to go for a knife edge chop, but this is where CM Punk then he went right back, hit a knife edge chop right back at him. This is where we got Seth Rollins with a big old right hand. This is where Seth Rollins then go for another right hand. This is where Seth Rollins is kind of like the heel right here at this night because everybody was cheering for Punk but booing Seth Rollins, which I think that's the direction of Seth Rollins going into the dark side, like considering the fact what he did to to certain somebody that has letter initials as who they originally are. Yes, and that is a pun intended with the original part, but it's where we got CM Punk just start continuing to hit some right hands. That's where then he hit another and other. This where this yeah, like and yeah, this match probably lasted for perhaps like maybe for like a good 40 to I'll say if not 35 minutes. But anyways, where Seth Rollins then got what's the name down, CM Punk down right where he wanted him. This is where then he picks up Punk, but this is where Punk ends up picking him right in his shoulders, did the GTS, but Seth Rollins counter out of it because it was way too early. Seth Rollins tried to go for a running knee, Shining Wizard, which is a signature, but Punk counter out, hits his old signature, the buckle bomb right to the steel cage, and knocked him out so hard to the point he went right through inside the cage. I mean, in the ropes. That's where fans start half a cheering for Rollins, the other half a cheering for CM Punk because yeah, these guys cannot really stand each other. This is where we got. But it's where we got right where Seth Rollins started. Right where Seth Rollins like I could just walk right out of here when the door was open in the steel cage. This is where he's like, nah, I have a better idea. This is where he ends up start telling CM Punk you go exit. This is where which he was obviously teasing him, saying like if we wanted to get out, they get the hell out of here. Like I'll be the one to stop you. But we all know like even for much of them we would like to see him like leave and never come back, as much as that guy that used to been that that strong championship in the that continental champion over the other company, like in that company, like this where we got this where Seth Rollins was like your dreams main event WrestleMania are over and it's dead before you can before you are. This is where Seth Rollins gave the finger onto Seth Rollins, which I understand why they blocked out, which some might call it a hypocritical move because like because they're gonna say like Triple H like or Paul Levesque or whoever you want to refer him as. Like I thought he said everything's gonna be uncensored, like for allowing like Cody Rhodes and The Rock saying all these bad languages that was uncensored like before. So what difference does it make of pointing out the finger like in this manner? But this is where we got Seth Rollins to try to go for right hand, but Punk then went right back, started hitting some right hand. But this is where we got CM Punk try to throw him right to the up. Try to throw him right to throw Rollins right to the upper corner side. But this way ends up getting countered with a wrist lock into a power bomb, into a buckle bomb. But Seth Rollins then forgot one little detail. He don't have a double whammy card, and there's not a double whammy, and there's no lightning that strike twice. At the same direction is where he hurricane Rollins CM Punk face first right into the cage. Then try to go for the GTS, which he ends up doing so. Both men fall collapsed, and this is where CM Punk like, should I just go for a pin? But this is where it was too late because Seth Rollins eventually was getting back up. But it's where we got. But this is where we got CM Punk. They start kicking Rollins right into the upper corner side. That's where they start hitting him face first and start rubbing him with the very metal and sharp demonic structure. Well, I'm not sure if it's the demonic. I'll say the unforgiving, evil, wicked structure. And where CM Punk hits the Shining Wizard knee strike right into the back of the head and right face first, right onto the cage. This is where we got CM Punk. Then was poking fun right back at Raw. They're like, if you want to leave, get your ass out of here. Like you just that's where Seth Rollins to take a page out of his playbook before they block out the screen. With Seth Rollins giving him the exact same finger, like not only he did to him before at War Games, but also to Paul Heyman, like when he did a curb stomp on that OTC guy. Like which that's very odd that I'm mentioning him right now, but it's where with Seth Rollins referred with Brother Michael Cole referred to it as. I'm like, I don't get like I know it's a PG product, but that doesn't mean like they should be blocking out like it was on like they haven't done that like when they're like when it's on, like when the pay per views on Peacock. So why right here on Netflix, another streaming service that that's supposed to be like nothing censored, But this is where we got CM Punk start hitting repeated elbows, like soft, small elbows. Then this is where we got Punk them. Then went right up from off the top rope and hits the best in the world elbow drop. This one, then he hits another one, which was a double lucky whammy, I guess you could say. This is where we got. This was CM Punk then tried behind the top rope and try to get it a third time as a charm. And this is where it goes for an elbow drop again, which he ends up like finding the third time lucky charm, like of hitting the maneuver for the third straight time. This is where we try to go for a pin, but still not enough damage to get done at 2.2. This is where we got. But this is where we got CM Punk then was stuck. He was like, how this is not like. This is not a 3 count. Here's CM Punk with Rob on the top of the cage. It looked like you're about to escape here. Like, well, I'm not sure if it was escape. This is where Pat McAfee didn't describe like CM Punk is trying to win it old school, like old fashionedly, like when it comes to this very sport, I guess you could say. But it's where Michael Cole just like they take it back by saying like maybe not because he looked directly to Seth Rollins, looked like about to hit the best elbow drop in the world, but only for getting injured. Well, the injury, I'm not talking about how much. But the top rope is where then Seth Rollins and joined him. This is where they start going right into each other's faces, start trying to strike. This is where then we got CM Punk grab onto the rope right, decided to hold in the cage, right to the upper right side is where, like, while CM Punk getting chopped, is where he. But this is where we got CM Punk that went right up the top rope. This is where we got. But this is where we got CM Punk straddling the cage, however. This is where we got. Here's Seth Rollins that as our fight was getting more vulnerable after vulnerability like that he could possibly get. This is where he falls right down. This is where. But this is where we got. But this is where we got Seth Rollins that somehow escape out of the grab love CM Punk like by putting him off the top of the cage, and he picked him up and then they try to go for a suplex right off the top, off of the very top of the cage, which then we had Pat McAfee saying, "Holy sugar, honey, iced tea," which he didn't say. He stopped himself from saying it. But this is where the fans did not allow any limits for them to stop saying that, which is holy shit, of course, with the fans start chanting those chants. This is where then CM Punk's like, my painful back and my painful arm. This is where Seth Rollins, they do it for a right hand on the CM Punk. CM Punk go right back. It's where fans were still was a fan favorite of CM Punk. But this is where then Seth Rollins like, come on, if you're a man, like go on some more. This is where we got CM Punk to start fighting like if he as a boxer. This is where he ends up getting kicked right in the gut. This is where Seth Rollins nearly hit him with the pedigree. But CM Punk then counter, put him on the shoulders, GTS'd him. But this is where he tried to go for a pin on Rollins. Rollins immediately kicks out at 2.7. But this is where we got CM Punk then trying to get back up, but this is where he was gradually doing. This is where Michael Cole described it as an incredible match, which it really was, which is why he's getting the Golden Trophy. This is where CM Punk then totally forgot on his homework, there's gonna be some little error issue. He tried to go for the GTS. It ends up getting countered by Seth Rollins. Then turn to an STF. This was like tap out or pass out, bitch. Like come on. This was the CM Punk was like, oh my tapping. This is where Seth Rollins they take a page out of his phrase book, like say like come on, go to sleep, like which is the name of his finisher. This is where we got Penta. Then what I'm talking about, not Penta. I mean CM Punk. Then they countered and turned it around by hitting a devastating anaconda vice right onto Seth Rollins. This is where Seth Rollins will not take this is where he would not tap out. This is where the Seth Rollins rake him in the nose and eyes. This is where then they turn that around to a curb stomp right into the middle of the ring. And Seth Rollins tried to go for a pin, but still Punk still kicked out at 2.999. 999999999. I'm putting my mind up on the one being three. Yeah, Seth Rollins is not definitely not gonna be CM Punk was not definitely not going to be losing. This is where they try to go for a super stomp. But this is where CM Punk caught him, hits him with a GTS. This is where they try to go for a pin. But same with Rollins. He kicks out at the last second. 2.9999999. Mine's up on away from being three. But this is where we got fans are singing along his song, like if he's the fan favorite babyface. But this is where CM Punk did. It's going to CM Punk this Snow Seth Rollins finishing maneuver, which is the curb stomp, and yeah, talk about like a mockery and insult to injury, like add more leverage on the hatred. This is where then Seth Rollins kicked out for. This is where we got. This is where we got Seth Rollins try to roll back up, like even though he don't have that much strength, like to get back up. This is where they start manipulating each other to try to get out of the cage. This is where Seth Rollins oh, if you want to go, just go, you asshole. This is where he told the CM Punk, he's like, hey, this is what you want from me, like, just take it from me, take it, earn it. Earn it, like, and this is where he called him the asshole word again. Then the CM Punk then jumped right on top of him. They start, this is where he try to go to sleep, which he this is where it ends up getting countered by Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins then mocks him. It's still his move, something similar to like the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix, which was back in January 6th, a couple months ago, which it was kind of some deja vu, like a deja vu kind of situation from then. And this is where you got Seth Rollins knees him right to the face. This is where he try to go for a pin. Before again, this is where he hit the curb stop. The guy took good measures on the leverage, but like in the there was no outside interference. You would have saw him, and yes, I said outside interference because when the referee counted one and the referee counted two, and this is where we got oh no, wait, I'm wrong. This is where after he hit the curb stomp and GTS, this is where he CM Punk kicked out at the last second of 2.999, was it? Yeah. 999 marginal point away from being through. This was Seth Rollins who getting ready to try to go for another super stomp, but you know the rules in professional wrestling. Well, I don't know, but yeah, you do not know what to believe but this would probably wait, I'm right, yeah. Because it didn't work the first time, it worked the second time, which was a guarantee. But this is where we got Seth Rollins then was hanging on to the bottom left corner side way too long and way too much. This is where he started telling him to die, and he's like, he's gonna kill him, which sounds like SNA if he was in the feud, and he did feud with somebody over at the other company that has an obsession of using the B bomb, but it's where we got. This is where we got Seth Rollins waited too long in the bottom left side. This is where he was like stay down. This is where we got Michael Cole and Pat McAfee was like, "Oh my God, like no, it's not happening." And then this where if you didn't know better, you'll probably think it was Jacob Fatu that was attacking. No, it was his cousin, the OTC himself. And yes, sir, Roman Reigns is back. It's where he threw Seth Rollins right into the bottom corner side. It's where the fans were like, "Yeah, we get to see Roman." It's where then Mike Roman announced that Seth Rollins was the winner. This is where Roman Reigns didn't waste no time to Superman punch Seth Rollins. And before he can do anything, this is where Roman Reigns then waiting for him to get back up. He's like, "Ow!" And spears him right into the concrete floor. This is where then he sent him right into some steel step. This is where fans start chanting OTC, OTC, because they know that he's the only in the original tribal chief. This is where I threw him right into the steps, right into the barricade as well. This is where we got. But that's where we got Roman Reigns. They were about to hit him with the. That's where the. That's what Roman Reigns was thinking what he did to him at the Royal Rumble a month ago, and then it gave him some very bad PTSD, which he took it out like when he hit a curb stop on the Seth Rollins right into the left corner side on the apron, like on the corridor, like boom, just stomp him right to his face, like finally got. Finally, he's like, "You trying to take me out, Rollins? I'm about to go take your ass out." This is where he's like. And then we start shouting right at this is where Pat McAfee said, like, "Yeah, like that's payback for everything he's done, like with Seth Rollins, like doing the Roman." This is where Roman Reigns, like, "Yeah, I thought we had everything behind us, like, but now you going this far by trying to take me out of those." That's where Roman Reigns, like, "Yeah, like I'm missing one more thing." This is where he puts him right in the steel step. That's where then it was about to how him recover. And this is where the Roman Reigns is like, this is where it's like and this is where the Roman Reigns is like, "Bite the steel because I'm gonna end it all for you." This is where then he told Seth Rollins, he's like, "I'm gonna do it right now," which I assume he was got to hit his drive-by drop kick because the way he was running, go for a drop kick, like. This is where we got Adam Pearce and other producers came in to stop him before before it got worse. This is where Adam Pearce like, no, you better step away. This is where then I thought he was gonna go through them and then give maybe even give him the finger like Seth Rollins did to Paul Heyman. But speaking of the wise man, this is where we got him in the ring with CM Punk picking up his his old longtime friend. It was Roman Reigns like look at it, how cute, like reunited best friends, like the wise man, like finally re-meets up with CM Punk. Let's hope that I discuss anything about the favor. You know how I be with it. That's where the Roman Reigns that's where then he threw CM Punk face first right onto the steel cage, like letting them know that find your own wise man, like because he's already been taken. That's where Roman Reigns went right to the top corner side, ran right there, spears CM Punk in the process, knocked him out like, "Oh!" And then this is where Roman Reigns like, "Yeah." Like, I'm just giving him what he deserved. This is where he's Paul Heyman was like, "Yes, sir, my tribal chief. Like, I'll never betray you." I was like, "But how do we know if he will? He won't be." This is where fans started chanting OTC, which went off the air with Roman Reigns standing over the lifeless body of Chick Magnet Punk, which that's what ended the show. And Mike Roman, did I ever mention that Mike Roman announced that Seth Rollins was the winner? He was the winner, considering he helped him escape out of the cage, but not Seth Rollins' terms. But yeah, that's how it ended, and it ended in a very exciting way. And I cannot wait for when they follow this up when they go to Brussels, Belgium, if I'm mistaken. Which that'll be next week on Monday Night Raw, March 17th, like on St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below what your thoughts on the St. Patrick's Day edition of that show, which I will, by the way, be wearing my green gear on. Yeah, because considering like you better wear green on the holiday or you get pinched. But yeah, I can't wait for that to follow up, and then after the next couple weeks, when they're going to be in Europe, and then finally we're going to hear that they're going to finally fight each other in some kind of a three-way big showdown, like because they have a hatred with one another. There's a hate triangle, like they say a love triangle, like with one person like loves one significant other, but they're like the other. Like that's what it's the complete opposite from that. Like, but these guys truly hate each other. Like, and they. Oh no!
Can I have your monster?
Okay, I'll give you the mustache.
And the hat?
Yes.
And the gloves?
Yes.
Thank you. Where's the mustache?
Here it is.
Thank you. I just want to be a Ouija. But the suit is too big.
Yeah, that's because.
Are you okay, Joey?
Yes. But yeah, it was very crazy. It was off the chain. Like with Roman Reigns unleashed everything on both Punk and Rollins. Like and it showed that it's definitely gonna be confirmed. But hopefully, it's gonna be the main event of at least night one. If John Cena versus Cody Rhodes will indeed be night two at the main event. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. I hope that CM Punk does get this opportunity of main event WrestleMania. A position that he never got a chance to do in his first run, nor like last year when that was supposed to be the original plans. But luckily, like things that's finally changed, and we got and we got everything right. It should have been like a year ago, but CM Punk is no longer injured. Like he hasn't been injured in months, and I'm very happy that he's finally back in the ring, and he's and WWE's building things up into a three-way main event spot because we got two guys that already main evented WrestleMania, and this will be definitely guaranteed. If he's gonna be facing two main eventers like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and we also gonna be getting some follow-up between the two former Shield brothers that's now bitter enemies. Like whether if Rollins is the face and Roman's the heel, or Roman's the face and Seth Rollins is the heel. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see it like that, which we haven't seen like Rollins as the heel and Roman as the face probably since 2016, right? For real. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, the show. It was out of the unusual, so I'm gonna have to give it the 4 even stars, because it was just not like it normally was, but at the same time, it did have me intrigued, about what's to come. Even though it was kind of predictable, but not predictable to the point it was that in a boring way. It was much more in an exciting way, which the main event was the show for me. And what are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw tonight? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. It was I'll say, well, how to put it, it was a must see, but rather not too much of it was definitely I need to watch, but at the same time not really much excitement, only just about thinking about what's going to be in the future on the road to WrestleMania 41. And especially with Cody Rhodes appearing, just add some more interest of what's that called, of a more interest of what's that called, some type of interest dessert, I guess you could say, along with the full course dinner meal, of a wrestling show. Let me know down in the comments below if I got the analogetic comparisons right, but yeah, but let me know down in the comment section right now below on that as well. Again, I hope y'all like this video, and if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Also, hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more of my SNA videos. And check me out. Check my other channel out on SNA Entertainment, which I normally put it in the description box below, but that's only on my news video today. But I will promise I'll do it on my wrestling news for tomorrow, which will be the wrestling news on March 11th, 2025, where we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from Wrestling Inc., along with NXT Roadblock, which we will be seeing title for title between the NXT Women's and Women's North American Championship and the NXT Championship match between Obafemi and TNA X Division Champion, what's his name? Moose and the Hardy Boys against Fraxium for the TNA Tag Team Championships. And what's the other one is? Oh yeah, Javon Evans against what's his name? Javon Evans versus Ethan Page in a New York street fight, which will also be in Madison Square Garden in the theater, just like Monday Night Raw tonight. And I sure hope you all like Raw and the post podcast that I made. And I hope that I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, y'all are having a much fun Monday, and I will see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Sorry if I didn't sound a bit enthusiastic. I was going in and out, like going a little sleepy. I just had a very long day, and I'm probably gonna rest my brain as soon as I get done making this video. But yeah, but before I do, I just want to say like y'all all y'all all are perfect, and y'all. I mean, not perfect, but y'all are worth it, and y'all are true assassinators for watching this. And I appreciate the support that y'all give me, and also that y'all have dreams, and y'all also have dreams, and y'all don't let anybody take that away from you or say anything different, because that's only opinions. Opinions do not matter when it comes to you. Know what you're been put on this earth to do, and keep thinking that and believe in yourself, and believe that God will put you in the right place in order to uh, to achieve whatever dream goals that you have in life. But that'll be it for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all take care and have a awesome, magnificent rest of your Monday night. Peace.